drop, flush. All right, this morning we are gonna stop, we're gonna drop, and we're gonna flush. That means that when we got those thoughts going in our mind, we're gonna stop it, we're gonna drop it, and flush it. That's something that I used to do, tell my kids go to the bathroom. Because isn't it funny that here we're consuming all this stuff, but when it comes time to let it go and drop it, no one can seem to do that. So this morning, thanks for joining me for Pajamas and Pancakes. And we are going to do let's just turn this to the side to show you our little menu here. We are going to do roasted potatoes, and actually I boiled these a bit. Good morning, thanks for joining this morning. We are stop, drop, flush, meaning that when thoughts come in our mind, drop it, flush it, get rid of it. Because most people are constipated. Our mind is constipated. This morning we are going to do roasted potatoes with rosemary, thyme, some garlic, some lemon. We're gonna put it in the oven. I just boiled these last night just a little bit, that way they'll get snappy. And we're gonna do an omelet. We're gonna keep it simple and add some fruit into the mix, right? Because we need our fiber, and also the drink this morning is from Oaxaca. This is a bar of chocolate, dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. And we are going to put this in with almond butter, or not almond butter, but almond milk and coconut milk. And we're gonna heat it up so it's a great dark chocolate, hot chocolate for the morning. So thanks for joining, and here we go. So we're gonna start our potatoes. I got my oven on, and I'm gonna coat these potatoes. I poured a little bit of olive oil and just coating them. Now, you know, it's amazing with my cabinets and counters, I cannot get lemon or anything acidic on these counters because it will ruin them. And so with lemon, I learned that the first day I had it, just totally ruined it. So here we have that. We're gonna add some garlic in the mix. And now we're gonna mix that up. And I have some thyme, and I have rosemary that we're gonna add to our potatoes. Thanks for joining. Here we go. I was talking about, yesterday we were talking about dropping things out of our backspace. You know, kind of what are we carrying with us? And isn't it funny? Because every time I set the space, which we're gonna do, you know, throughout time here, but if I set it at something, can you believe that everyone starts to match? Like stuff starts to come up, but that stuff coming up is great because guess what? It's like soil that we can plant something new in as opposed to carrying that crap. And so today our tool is stop, drop, don't, or flush. Stop, drop, flush. And that is what I used to say to get my kids to go to the bathroom. And because, you know, think about it. Even if you have kids, when they're 2, 3, why is it so hard to potty train? Like, they want to eat food, we want to eat food, and then, you know, it's kind of like we're holding it all the time. And when you think about it, what is health? Health is how much are we eating? How much we eat is what we better see in the toilet. How much we release. And I know that sounds disgusting. Now we're gonna add some lemon, but let's be real and let's get honest, because I'll tell you what, health is what you get out of you and not so much what you put into you. Because look at all this food looks great. I know you may not want to be having this conversation right now, but let's have this conversation. But you know, it's like this food looks great, but I'll tell you what, when you drop it and you flush it, it doesn't look like this. It looks all the same. So, you know, here we go. So here we go, the potatoes, and we're gonna add some just salt and pepper. And this is maybe gonna take 10 minutes. So it's really simple, really easy. So rosemary, thyme, a little bit of garlic, and we're gonna put that in the oven. And smells so good. One thing done. And now what we're going to do is we are going to do our omelet. I'm going to move this over. And our omelet this morning is going to be simple. Everything is simple today. And wash my eggs with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. That way there is no cross-contamination. And I'm going to start to whisk the eggs. So thanks for joining. We're doing an omelet this morning. We are doing potatoes. I was thinking, I wonder if we could really run out of, things to cook in the morning. But I am going to be I want to implement real health food and just, have a mix. So you can tell I'm still not a chef because I want to show you something. Look at this. Look at these pots. My family puts them in the dishwasher. Okay, kudos for them going in the dishwasher. I mean, like actually washing them. But like these are like horrible dishwasher. And I'm like, yeah, that'll ruin any pot. I still got my, funky whisk. So, this means we are not perfect. I want my eggs perfect. No, forget it. We are just whisking them. And, I'm sure it's like, can you imagine if you were in chef school, it would be like a certain speed. I don't think my wrist has the flexibility. Like I've seen the whole whip thing. I think they probably have to practice the snap. Like, the snapping of the wrist. I think certain people can do the snap better than others. So we're gonna add a little bit of almond butter and coconut milk. Not almond butter, I keep saying almond butter. Just a little bit of that. And we're gonna start this, Kirsten. Okay, now, there we go. What we're gonna do is, I was at the farmer's market, and this is from Oaxaca. And that is in Mexico. It's a little town. I remember when I was 17, I traveled down there, and I'm gonna use some of this in there. So I traveled down there, and it's a really cute little European town in Mexico. And it looks very European. And so when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I gotta try this. Pretty much every day I eat a bar, 2 chocolate bars. I'll show you what these chocolate bars are. Here is these are extra dark chocolate, and literally they are with stevia, so there's no sugar in it. 70% or 80% dark chocolate. I'm addicted. Actually, my kids love these, and they're really good because they have high fat in them. And I don't know about high fat, but they're good. They're really good. So it's kind of like to take that craving down, it's good. So now I'm gonna chop up some of these herbs. I got in the omelet, we're putting turkey, we're putting cheese, and here we go. I'm gonna chop this up a bit. Now with this, I'm gonna be stirring the hot chocolate and see how that goes. Okay, now we're gonna take this, and this is a little bit of parsley I washed, and we're just gonna cut up a little bit. I just kind of, sometimes when I'm doing the parsley, the stems come out easy when you just kind of chop it. Now I still don't have the chef's chop thing. Maybe I do, the chef's chop. I don't know, I kind of like that. Hi-ya, hi-ya. Kind of the, attention. Sometimes it just feels good to whack it. Now, that may not be good for these knives, but these knives, $12.99 per set at Costco. I don't really care about these knives. I have other better knives, but okay, so this is going in the omelet, and I have some, oh my goodness. Oh, that smells so good. We're just gonna give love to all this food, and lavender. Oh, we're gonna put lavender in the omelet. and we are just going to thank this food for really nourishing us today and giving us the energy and the fuel to move forward. And we are asking that all this food drop, and we're going to flush it. And, you know, think about it. So when we're talking about dropping things, that's things in the mind. Because when I see clients, you know, people don't even need to bash them. A lot of time it's our own bashing, our own self-talk. You know, the things that we say to ourselves that can really do damage. And so, you know, when you start to go into criticizing yourself, or it's like even cooking, I'm just cooking. I'm not saying it's got to be perfect. And, you know, so look at this. I'm stirring the thing. It's flying everywhere. You know, I'm still working on my, presentation. I was like doing that pineapple thing. I don't know if you saw that with a little face. I thought that was good. I'm self-talking and good self-talk. But it's kind of this, you know, when we have this perfect picture, when we want to be perfect, we get out of relationship with ourselves where we're at, because we want to be somewhere and we're not. So it's that discrepancy. So when we have these thoughts, stop, drop, and flush. Like, let it go. And how hard is it for us to let go? Oh, this looks great. Look at this hot chocolate with that chocolate. And it's got cream, or it's got almond and coconut. So, and it's got very low sugar because it's just the dark chocolate. It smells so good. And this is the local company in Sausalito. And so, and it tastes great. So you might want to get some and try it. And the brand it's called Rosenda, all right? And so this hot chocolate looks good. I'm gonna just put it in a little cup, and then we're gonna start our omelet. So think about it. When you know how we obsess on things all day, and we just, our mind just starts spinning. Let me ask you: if you go to the bathroom and take a shit, do you ever think about that shit? Do you ever obsessing? I wonder where it's at. I wonder what it's doing. No, you flush it. Boom, done. Your business is done. And you let it go. Now, if we can just stop when we're spinning, drop it, flush it, like woof. And if you can actually, you know, when you are obsessed with something, you can't let it go, the anxiety's up, go flush your toilet. And I'm flushing it. When you go to the bathroom, I'm getting rid of it, I'm dropping it. And notice too what's coming out of you more than what we're putting in, because we're also focused on what are we eating? What's going in our body, which we should be, you know, which is good, but more, is it coming out? And is the amount we're putting in our mouths coming out of us? So that's health. That is the key. And think about it. No one really talks about that. No one thinks about that. And, you know, when it is the hardest thing, you think when our kids are younger, it is the hardest thing to do is that potty training. And so, you know, here we go. I was going to throw that away. Okay, so let's do the omelet. This is done. I'm going to put it in a little glass that way you can see what it looks like. And in a little cup. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. So that is pure chocolate. And that's like a little chocolate milk. And you know what? It's really healthy for you. It's got tons of antioxidants in it. And so here's chocolate milk with that bar of chocolate that we had. So good. Now we're gonna we're gonna start our omelet. How are we doing on time? Perfect timing. And let me just get a spoon so I can, here we go. Put some butter in here. And then we're gonna add all this stuff to our omelet. Maybe just a little bit of oil too. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe you guys have a great nonstick pan you can recommend to me. As you can tell, my supplies are still, you know, sparse. I got my bad pans. I got my cast iron pans, which I love, but okay, we're gonna add this omelet. And so on the omelet, we are going to, I'm not sure, I just pulled the cheeses because I wasn't sure which one I was gonna do. And I think I'm gonna put, here are the sausages we made. Oh, yesterday, those sausage rolls, awesome. Those were so good. My kids loved them. And they were really quick. You know, my husband had to go bring my other son something after his practice, and those sausage rolls with the tortilla rolled up, great. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna add some cheese, and we're just gonna put it on one side, half a side. I don't know, maybe you do it differently, but you know, I'd love to see how you do it, because this is about sharing. This is about like spending time hanging with us, just hanging. And I'm hanging with you, I love it. And really being in relationship and just sharing, you know, and saying hello to one another. And you know, and today I'd love to hear, what did you drop? What did you flush? What did you get rid of? And think of how good that feels. Stop, drop, flush. I did a little dance for my kids. It's like, you know, let's drop it, flush it. And how does that feel when you do? Now I'm gonna put some salt and pepper. I usually do the salt and pepper, but as you can tell, it comes at different times. I don't have a set way. Let's turn this down just a little bit. And now we're gonna add some of this. And some of the turkey. I want to give you a great idea and remedy. Turn that lower. I'm going to put some of the cheese in. This Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano, and this is just Romano. Oh no, this is pecorino. And add some of this, just very light. We'll put some on top. So my son he's got some stomach, you know, like acidic stomach. And I want to show you, this is a great thing that you can do. Take a shot in the morning, and it is an apple cider vinegar. I'm not sure where it went. I'll have to pull it out tomorrow. But you take a swig of this apple cider vinegar on your stomach in the morning, and it works. It's great. So, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know if your kids have ever had antibiotics, but that's when the problem starts. That's when the microbiome starts. He had gone septic, like, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, and his gut has never been the same. So it's like rebuilding that gut. And a lot of probiotics, you know, actually, they don't really work. And so you have to, you know, get the right probiotic. Okay, look at this, here we go. If you can see that, turn this down a little bit, and I'm going to cut this omelet in half, and this looks really cute. It looks like a person smiling, you know. Look at this. It looks like a okay, now I'm playing with the food, which is good. There's a little face. I wasn't even going to do this, but you know, since we're making faces, there we go. Almost done. This is a happy smiley face. So here is the omelet, and I'm going to get a plate. Let's see if we can just put this out. Oh, look at that! Is that cute? A little smiling omelet. So there we go. I don't know if you can see it. Yay! So he looks pretty happy, that guy, and we're putting love on him. Make sure he's done putting love on him, so you know, my son can eat it and be filled with love. And we just want to fill everyone up with love, and what you eat today, and the energy that you're in today, that you are completely filled with love. let's see, these potatoes. You know what, I have a few more minutes. The potatoes are done because in the morning it's hard, so I boiled them last night just for a bit. And we have some fruit. Simple, very simple. And so here's my tea. We have hot chocolate. Here is our menu, hot chocolate, our smiley omelet, our potatoes, which I will put right there, and I'm drinking a green tea. So today, let me know, what do you drop? What do you let go of? When the mind is, when we don't even need people to beat us up. We beat ourselves up. And so it's kind of like, let's be very kind and stop it, drop it, flush. Drop it, drop it, drop it. You don't get in a conversation with it, we drop it and flush it. So let me know what you are dropping and flushing today. It is a great tool because most of my Energy Works tools, they're in the moment. It's kind of like we don't have time to sit and meditate for hours, but you can do it in the moment. It's like a knife cutting through distortion. Stop it, drop it, flush it. And be aware today of, instead of what you're putting in, what are you getting rid of? What are you releasing? What are you letting go of? If you're eating, you better let go of that amount you're eating. So here we go. Stop, drop, flush. Thanks for joining Pajamas and Pancakes, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna show you the potatoes, because I really didn't show you the potatoes. And look at that. I can't believe it. 22 minutes today. That's awesome. You know what I think? I think too is, here's the potatoes. I think I'm getting better at this cooking, or maybe more efficient. I didn't even know what I was really gonna cook today. So there you go. I don't spend too much time doing this because I got too much going on, but I'd love to hear recipes. Like somebody gave me, hey, why don't you make fried rice? And then I kind of added the other fried rice. So there we go. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.